We have extra depth on several new state laws that will have a direct effect on family violence victims during this Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Tonight, we're focusing on one bill that went into effect on September 1st, just last month. House Bill 1432 has reduced the scrutiny that a judge has to use to issue a protective order. Before, the applicant had to prove family violence happened in the past and also that it could happen in the future. Now, the second question is not asked, meaning the judge only has to ask whether domestic violence occurred before issuing a protective order or a PO. I spoke with two attorneys with varying opinions on how this will affect people in El Paso who are seeking protective orders.
It's sometimes hard for prosecutors to show the future, right? And so we would sometimes lose in our efforts to get a protective order because we couldn't show family violence was likely to happen in the future, particularly around dating violence, for instance. If someone was dating and they'd broken up and they weren't living near each other, how would I show that they're going to come back into contact?
It could be used as a retaliatory measure, right? I'm going to come back 6 months later, file a protective order against you, and say that we got into this argument where you pushed me 6 months ago. Before, that was easy to defend because it's not likely to occur in the future. These people are not together anymore. There's no reason for this. At this point in time with the new law, the judge's hands would almost be tied.
According to the county attorney's office, El Paso County courts issued nearly 1,000 protective orders during the last fiscal year. More than a third pertained to stalking. Nearly half were due to family violence. Grashim Grasheim acknowledges El Paso's family violence problem is large and widespread, but pointed out protective orders are a civil measure meant to prevent, not punish, domestic violence.
I think it's going to be absolutely more difficult to defend, especially when I think there are times that a protective order is filed to maybe gain an advantage in a custody litigation matter.
I readily admit I have a bias on this. I come from this work. I believe in protective orders. I believe in helping to make intimate partners safe from their batterers. I do. So I readily, just full disclosure on that. And I think it's super important. You know, you have to weigh that freedom that people are talking about with someone's need to get safe.
According to the Texas Council on Family Violence, the number of people who sought a shelter went up 25% in 2022. This session, the Texas legislature also funded the Center Against Sexual and Family Violence $88 million over 2 years. You can reach the center's 24-hour crisis hotline at 915-593-7300. You can also find a link to their website by going to the story about protective orders on kvia.com. I've also included a link to the county attorney's office.